When it comes to low back pain, you'd be surprised what kind of quality research is out there for things like medications and opioid drugs versus other alternative therapies like chiropractic and those kind of things. I'm Dr. Rodney White with Sapi Chiropractic, and today we're going to talk just a little bit about the research that does exist for chiropractic and some of the mainstream medical schools and publications that are getting behind this. So for years now, chiropractic has been producing some really good quality research studies. It's very hard to get them out in front of the world because research is expensive. Chiropractic spent worldwide about $15 million on research last year. One pharmaceutical lab probably spends more than that in a year. So it's very hard to compete. But don't be fooled by anything you might see in the media. The level of, or the quality of research with chiropractic is really being done in a very good way, and they're producing some amazing results that are very scientifically sound, far better than what's out there for any opioid or pain drug. So you can feel very comfortable that if you go see a chiropractor, not only do we have an enviable safety record, but the research over what we do, especially when it comes to low back pain, shows that we're always going to be as effective, if not more effective, than anything else that's out there. And then if you have an issue that's not chiropractic related, our job is to make sure we get you to the right medical specialist to take over on that case if it is some other kind of red flag. But what's been really nice to see is, yes, it's one thing when as chiropractors we produce our own research, because quite often, in my opinion, I think too many pharmaceutical research studies are done with too much bias and absolutely no neutral eyes looking over it. And so with chiropractic, we've always got to be careful we don't have that same bias. But there's been a couple of articles published in the Harvard Health or Harvard Medical School, Harvard Health Publishing archives over the last couple of years where they've really jumped on board and they've seen this research and they're talking about it. I mean, this is one of the top medical schools in the country, and they're realizing that chiropractic is a far better option for you than just drug therapy when it comes to a normal mechanical low back issue. So we'll include both those, the links to both those articles in the comments below. I don't love everything they say with their opinion because they're still more biased towards drugs can sometimes be the answer. And now I do agree when they say you have to be careful if you have something that's a red flag that's not chiropractic, you shouldn't go to a chiropractor. Well, of course, that's common sense, and a good chiropractor is going to look for those red flags and get you to the appropriate medical care immediately. But it's just really nice to see some of the major medical schools finally, after what was decades of the medical association trying to contain and eliminate chiropractors. I mean, there was a whole 13-year court case over that where that was proven. They're now realizing healthcare has to be patient-centered, not agenda-centered, and they're realizing that chiropractic, if that's your first point of call, studies are showing dramatically decreased hospital admissions and pharmaceutical costs. There was one huge study in 2007 that showed if you went to a chiropractor first for back pain, you'd have 60% fewer hospital admissions and 85% less pharmaceutical costs. So that is huge. So for anyone who's on the fence or a little nervous about trying chiropractic because you're not sure is it real science or is it quackery or maybe somewhere in between, the research that's getting published is very strong. It's very scientifically sound, and it's even getting recognized now by some of the top medical schools like Harvard, who up until a decade or so ago would have completely just brushed and ignored anything coming out of the research world from the chiropractic world. So just wanted to share that with you. And if you are someone who's on the fence with chiropractic, if you live in Omaha, reach out to us. We'd love to take care of you and see if you've got something we could help you with. Our website's sapicaro.com. You just go to that, click on the big yellow button that says new patients, click here, and we'll take good care of you. If you're not in Omaha and you don't have a good chiropractor, reach out to us anyway. We'll help you find one. We'd be more than happy to do that. So have a read of the articles in the links and let us know what you think about everything. And if there's any questions we can answer for you, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Again, I'm Dr. Rodney White with Sapi Chiropractic, and if you've made it this far, we greatly appreciate your attention.